Have you ever been playing Jailbreak and just been bugged by something in the game? So today, I got an idea. Like previous videos, I feel like doing some fixing up. I'm gonna go into a copy of the Jailbreak map and fix up a robbery and then let my subscribers and people on Twitter give it a rating to see if I pass as a qualified developer for the game. But it poses a question. Which robbery do I fix? Well, as my first day on the job of an unofficial Jailbreak developer, I have come to a conclusion. The bank. This is the robbery that has been in Jailbreak since its creation, yet the actual content of the robbery, being the bank floors, have not been updated for years at this point. There are floors from 2019 that are still in the game 7 years later, which, you know, isn't a bad thing, but it's just they're so outdated against the game's current PvP meta and standard. So I'm gonna choose 2 bank floors to nuke from the game and to revamp to make better. One from Crater Bank and one from Rising Bank. But there are 9 floors in the game right now that we're gonna have to do a bit of investigating to see which ones are truly the worst and deserving of an update. So let's speedrun this. The Mint. This is actually kind of good. Its layout is extremely odd, but the aesthetics do make up for this, and I guess it allows for 2 separate corridors for PvPing. I kinda like it. 8 out of 10. Corridor is really goofy. It's really iconic, but to be fair, the layout and having to open and exit just to get to the vault is not a good feature. But we have gotten a lot of many iconic PvP scenes here. I can't hate it, but it is flawed. 5 out of 10. Upper management is the most recent of the bank floors, and it's really weird for PvP. Especially now that Wallbang is gone, the placement of the vault is just really stopping me from giving this a higher rating. You are in a strategically horrible position the moment you enter the vault and have no view of cops coming in. But the new exit is kind of cool, so I'll say 6.5 out of 10. Now, Classic Remastered just didn't spawn for me. I got footage for maybe an hour or 2, and I just didn't find this one. But it's fine. I mean, I guess it's kind of cool. It's like a 5 or 6. Then we have what I would consider the worst floor here, and one of the 2 I'll be revamping. It's underwater. This is so bad. Criminals have a really bad time against cops, and it might be even more unfair than upper management. The design is just really weak and just nothingy, and I just don't like it. It's like a 2 or 3 out of 10. This is the one I'll be revamping for Rising City. Now, what about the 4 Crater City vaults? Firstly, we have the Presidential. It gives the most out of any vault, and it's just a really cool vault. Defending it against cops is hard, and even now more so thanks to the removal of Wallbang, but I still think it's cool just for the amount of effort going in to make it a bit more difficult. It's like a 7 or an 8 out of 10. Then we have Deductions. The feature of the main way sealing up when you open the side door is really awesome. It's just decent though. The amount of lasers is really cool. Yeah, I can't lie, it's kind of good. 7 out of 10. When Wallbang was in the game, Basement was quite good because you could shoot cops and have a really good advantage. And it was really unfair for the cop team. But now I guess it's a bit more balanced, but just harder to defend as a criminal because you also have that giant wall blocking things. It's like a 6 or a 7 out of 10. And as for the worst floor, it's blue. Tell me right now, what is the point of a color floor? Did they seriously run out of ideas so they had to look to colors? It's so dumb. Also, this floor has like no cover for cops. Once a cop drops down into the elevator and can't get back up, it's a complete massacre since criminals can have a direct firing line from the vault. It's not as bad as underwater and even has, I guess, kind of cool aesthetics, but it just makes no sense. It's like a 4. Alright, so now that we have our 2 floors, how do we fix them? Let's start with underwater. This floor is notoriously annoying for its boring design, making PvP annoying and being very unbalanced. Honestly, I have a bit of a crazy idea. Jailbreak is already a very unrealistic game, so what if we take the unrealistic, you know, water in a bank vault and flip it a lava vault? So let's get to building. Firstly, I went ahead and drained all the water using the terrain tool and then went ahead and started working on the entrance. See, I feel like vaults could do with way more theming, so I went ahead and added what looked like bits of magma dripping down on the walls. Then I fixed up things like the lighting, you know, the actual coloring of the entrance, and then I changed these nameplates to add the, you know, caution hot text. I don't know, I'm just a fan of decoration. Then I added a lava lamp too because, you know, it's lava, okay, whatever. But going onto the actual floor, I went ahead and played around a bit with the lava, which I actually grabbed from a mix of using the one from the criminal base and from the tomb. Then I went ahead and changed up the previous green lighting and lighter walls to the cracked lava material to really match the new feel of the floor. But the most important thing to consider was the path to the vault. If the previous edition was way too overpowered for cops, it would make sense to make this floor much more balanced. It's still a bit difficult for cops as they have to parkour over the rocks, but I made sure to add a big enough avatar-sized rock to shield them from attacks. In hindsight, I think I could have added another, but I mean, it's okay for now. Just look what criminals had to deal with before. That was outrageous. But as for decor, I decorated the floor the best I could and then tried my best to make it fit the theme. I used mostly Jailbreak assets and stuff that I think would look, you know, more akin to the game style. Because remember, I'm a Jailbreak developer, okay? I have to keep like I usually do. I finished up both the vault and the side exit with the same theming. After that, the lava floor was done. Let's get onto the blue floor. The blue blue floor actually has a really nice design and aesthetic on its own. It's just the weird theme and, you know, the functionality. I thought that keeping the color theme was a cool idea, but what if we tried something more interesting? What about the noir floor, just completely black and white? It makes it more difficult for criminals to keep watch of what's coming because the blue floor is notoriously easy for criminals to defend. You know, having only 2 pillars for cops, as they're immediately ambushed when they drop down into the vault. I started by removing all the blue coloring and, you know, just changing up the whole aesthetic. I actually really like the design of inside the vault and the layout because, you know, to be fair, this is more recent. So I kept that, but I went ahead and added these custom force field mirrors and shortened the lasers a bit. Like the lava vault, this makes it way more fair in comparison. It makes battles more interesting as cops have reliable cover now that wallbang is gone. For the elevator, I also added a ladder because in my opinion, the fact that you cannot get back up out of the robbery, you know, through its normal exit is a bit annoying. The only bank robbery that does that is presidential, and that gives like, what, 8k? I recolored the side exit and then added force fields used on the mirrors to give it a really cool maze kind of thing. And then I was done. But would people find these any good? I'm a little bit nervous. Now after the viewings, I'm gonna be asking the viewers their rating, and at the end if they think these floors are better than their predecessors in the actual game. Now if it's a majority yes, then I will have succeeded as a temporary Jailbreak developer. But if it's a no, then I'll retire and never make anything again. Alright, let's drop the gates. Here we go. Here we go! Okay, so I think they like it so far, but again, I'm nervous. I'm not really sure how this is gonna go.
Brother, no.
Alright, they seem to be liking it. Ow! Gel! Alright, let's see what they scored it. 6? 6.5? 6? 7? 2! 2 out of 10! What? 8 out of 10, a 7, okay. The lava floor got a total average score of 6.45 out of 10. I am feeling a little bit nervous now. Let's go on to blue. Oh my. Alright, let's see if they prefer this one instead. Time to get the ratings. 5, 4, 9, okay. 4, 6, 7, okay. 0.01. -1. 8.7, okay. 7, 11 out of 10. So the average score was 5.5, but now it's time for the final verdict. Are they better? Yes, they're better. Sure, okay. I still want my... Get out of here. Not at all. Yes, I think so. Yes. Lava 1 is much better than Underworld, but Blue... Okay, you know what? I'll take it. And by a vote of 5-2, I pass as a real Jailbreak developer. Now, I put a lot of effort into this, so if you guys want to subscribe, I would appreciate that. And thanks to everyone who showed up. You can check the game out with the bank floors in the description. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.